Okay. Just wait for this to come in. Excellent collection. Camera's on. Okay, this is looking good. Let's get the levels right. I am just sorting a few little things out before the stream in about 3 minutes. I think I'm okay with my volume. Anyone in the chat joins can let me know how we're doing. This tune in the background is the one I did for a little bit of practice. I knew this stream was coming up, and so I hit an Amigo only challenge by myself, and then now we're doing one with human synthetic. But I've been quite liking sort of straight rolling beats at the moment, even though my channel is a lot about jungle and breaks. I've been enjoying more straight rhythms than with cool break swapping and stuff like that, so I might stay on that hype, but I really have no idea what I'm going to do today. I just have this playlist really, which you can see in Audio Finder here, of I've been making a lot of this stuff. I actually give out to my patrons, so I do loads of sampling of drum breaks and loops and percussion loops and obviously record chops and stuff like that, and every month I give a package out to the patrons, so they have like a custom amount of samples. And this, what I'm going to be working from today, is probably the last 3 months maybe of samples, all nicely organised here in Audio Finder. And one other thing for anyone wondering, I've just updated to, it's always a big risk updating, but I went to Mac Sonoma, having stayed on Monterey for ages, and it's such an early thing, but sometimes you upgrade and it breaks everything, and I was so nervous about Audio Finder if it would work on Sonoma, because it's not really being updated anymore. So I was literally praying as it was updating that Audio Finder would work for me, and it does. So if anyone's thinking about it, I've managed to get it going. But I also read a few people online who upgraded to Sonoma and then it didn't work for them. So yeah, a bit of a crapshoot there. We've got 1 minute till we're going. I saw Alex's live, and I'm getting quite excited to kind of get going there. Hello, Rockaz from Germany. Nice to have you on the stream here, man. We're gonna get going in 1 minute's time, and it's gonna be an Amigo only challenge. But I have a bit of an idea of where I want to start, somewhat. But it should be a fun one. It's going to be quite a relaxed stream today. This is a very last minute thing, but I've been really enjoying doing these things with Alex from Human Synthetics, and we've done a few feedback streams and a couple more head-to-heads, so maybe every sort of couple of months now we're going to do something and just keep the ball rolling. Okay, 2 o'clock on the dot, let's go and start making a track. Now, I've found this chord, louder on everything, or louder on the mic. Maybe we'll go just up. Okay. Yeah, help me with my levels. See, the problem is once I go to max volume, it's almost how's that? Is that better? Can I go in properties and like turn it? I've got to go into audio mixing, advanced audio properties. Here we go. Louder. Let's go. I've got Tascam output can go up. Maybe I'll put this up. Everything wants to go up. Okay. If I go sort of 6. Okay, how's that? Is that better now? I've cranked up everything. So the Tascam should be, my mix should be louder, and my voice. Is that better? I'm not sure how much more I can go. I can go another sort of, I don't know if I want to go too crazy because it might start. Oh, am I still super quiet now? It should be better. Because I'm seeing things a little bit. Because my levels are good actually on my mixer where I'm looking. My vocals are quiet. Okay, better. Okay, it's better now. Is this perfect, or do I need to do another change somewhere? Interestingly, these two pads are basically the same, and I feel one of them is from the. Oh, it's so interesting that if I go show and finder, I think this is from. Okay, so the Jungle Blue Martin sample pack, I never realised, but this God pad, they've just chopped it from this Bjorn God chord. So if anyone wants to know, I just figured that out. Okay, I think we might be good if people just say how it sounds, and I can update it from here. So I have this really nice chord, which I've got to open this plugin quickly. Is that going to let me do it? If I just go, damn. Okay, let's get Amigo open. I want to get this chord straight in. Oh, it didn't let me do that for some reason. Why is that? Does it want me to sort of activate it? Okay. Nice. Oh, that would be cool, wouldn't it? Like a bit of a parallel. Or like, maybe there? Yeah, okay, let's do that. I'm going to put that straight in. 172 maybe. And go a bit quicker. What could be cool there is to do a slightly different part. Yeah, they're all from samples, aren't they? I'm getting some weird clicks. Oh, that's gone weird again. I like this. I wonder why it doesn't like this one at the start. Maybe it just wants to be quantized. See, I'm getting a kind of a bit of an annoying click. Maybe the release needs to come up. That's better. Ooh, okay, there's a note that's a little bit off. I'm actually working the new version of Logic here as well. I like the way, because of the sample rate, you can hear that. We can put the interpolation on it, gets rid of all the aliasing, but yeah, it's a cool place to start from. I wonder, the one thing about this though is if I move on too quickly without trying to come up with a, because it's a very repetitive pad part, I'm just trying to think of it. It wants to go like, yeah, like, that's better, isn't it? Okay, maybe I can actually just wants a little bit of that, of a variation, I felt, because otherwise it just goes round and round a little bit too much. And that was it was almost like this. Okay. It still feels like it might get a little bit boring. Do you know what I mean? Maybe we can find something else. I wonder if I can maybe have an intro. It's really interesting. It's got a little bit too much aliasing. Maybe a bit of tremolo. It's a really good chord, this. I'm going to do something with this pad. I have this idea to start with. What I actually wanted to do was almost do two pads layered together, which maybe might help this one be a little bit more interesting. So if I can find another cool, I don't know if I have any pads in this actual pack here. This is interesting. I wonder, just this bit, if I can bring this in. They're almost the same. Especially if I take... weird, this new Logic, and how it looks and feels. So we have two pads here, two layers anyway, and luckily they just had the same. But I like this one. I could chorus this a bit. Is what? Oh, I've got so good in Logic now. You have this new. You can just type in for plugins. Make it really wide because Amigo Alex is louder. Oh, how do I get mine louder then? I mean, I can go sort of 12 and really crank it. But then I'm getting close to sort of redlining my stream. But is that better? I've doubled the volume. Well, I've added 6 dB. Oh, okay. Tell you what we've got to do: a ping pong loop. That's a bit more interesting, isn't it? I could have a filter moving. Maybe high pass this one. It's nice when it goes down there. Amigo needs a zero. Well, it's not actually clicking. If you use a bit of an attack and release. Oh, Amigo needs a 0 point crossing. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. It has this 0 in the new version. You can press this Z and you can turn it on and off to snap to 0 points or not. I like that bit a bit more, but maybe it wants something sat in the background even more. Sometimes you can take a pad like this and do a reverb on it. Yeah, the two layers there, the initial layer made it really boring, but the top layer, and then I'm going to try and do another layer, which isn't working so well. But maybe if I cut the low end. I just want a sort of shimmery. The mod depth on this is going to modulate the pitch. What I am getting is loads of aliasing. Too loud now. Okay, let's go back to 9. Let's go back to 9. Yeah, nice. Okay, we've got a good start here, I think. This is doing a bit much, this shimmer there though. But I reckon with like some cool breaks already, I can hear how this is going to be sounding nice. I wonder, let's just go for a drum break straight away, and trying to get that going and get a bit of a groove happening. I've got some cool breaks in here. One thing that's good to do with your breaks is to listen to your pattern happening and just see how they sound. That would sound really cool. Let's get this groove thing going in. It's weird, I have to sort of drag this to find it to make it snap, and then slice, and you've got to do some slicing manually usually. Maybe turn off the 0 crossings as well. Hopefully the levels are good now on my whole thing. I tried to crank it up to the max, but I think I went a bit overboard there. So thank you for letting me know. Yeah, chopping breaks is something that's probably one of the most tedious things you have to do in music, but I always do it manually because it just does make a difference. You can just get them to the sort of tightness that you want. Cool. This is one of those ones when I do my my videos on YouTube, I always edit these bits out because they're so tedious to watch when nothing's really happening. But sadly, this is a live, so we're in it. Okay, nice. Now the thing about this chop is the last. Let's get the solo this off. Right, so it's really quiet. This level's quiet. Let's alt click that. That crash is dope. I can see the comments. Oh, there's those comments. Here we go. Don't forget those zero crossings. Yes, I actually, when I do drums, I never really bother with zero crossings. I feel it's really important for basses and pads sometimes when you can hear clicks and pops, but drums I more often than not turn it off. Now, I'm going to try and program. It's weird working in Logic because I always do these. So, I guess it's sort of like this. So then it wants to shuffle. Trying to find what. That's a good hit. What I want is a ghost snare, but it doesn't really have a ghost one as such. Your whole Amigo series has been a let him cook experiment. Super bass that you're still at it. Yeah, I love this. Just working with Amigo and see how it goes. That'd be a cool way to start the tune. Okay, I like this, but I wanna hit this break with decimal. Yes. So you go control down and then cross enter. I want to get this like fat crunchy. Not so much it's distorting. So you can have so much fun messing with sample rate. A thing I love to do as well is low pass filter, and you can see it's actually happening a bit here. You can sweep in a filter and turn the resonance up a bit, and then you find there's a sweet spot, whereas if I turn it off, it sort of brings the like top end up a little bit. So what I think, one thing about this pattern, let's try and it's a little bit too sort of kick heavy. I also wish the kick was just a one note almost. See, it's a bit of a weird kick. That's way better, isn't it? Oh, that was really cool. What I've just figured out is the pattern I want to do is I want to repeat this and then I have this at the end, so it's actually more like this, the whole thing. then I do, and then another sort of, maybe I'll let that kick happen. Do something like this. And this is one that's going to be different. Fill section. Okay, that wasn't quite right. Let's loop this bit. To get some more of my tunes sort of getting out there and released. I've been focusing so much on YouTube that I sort of neglect releasing stuff as much, and I do finish a lot of music, I just haven't got round to really pushing out. And actually, honestly, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and even though I like my tunes, I'm probably very typical of a music producer. I'm sort of waiting till I have really amazing music before I go and release an album or something. But I have got sort of 6 or 7 tracks now lined up for something. Yeah, drum clone. So maybe, I think you're right, that the kick is a bit weird in this, is what I was feeling. So maybe I'll just call this kick, and I might just try and find a kick from something. The funky drummer kick is actually not bad, and it has 2 kicks here. It has got a hi-hat on it. I wonder if I could swap it out. It also can give you quite a cool. Whoa. I might have to go and put. I could slice it. Actually, would be better probably. And put another one there. And okay, let's try. Ooh. So we're going 1 kick, and then 1 kick there. Okay, so that's not quite the right kick. It wants to be a similar, like low, subby kick. Maybe more like this. It's annoying, yeah, okay. Oh, it's got an attack on it. That's not going to help, is it? I wonder if this has probably got an attack on it as well. Ah, that might be why the kick's sounding so weird. I wonder, okay. It's better without that attack on. Drum layering is such a tricky one to do. It can be really effective, but you can just spend so long doing it. Even though I've got this set up, I might bring it in later on and do something clever with it. I want to go this bit here. Maybe it's more like this to pan. Yeah, being a perfectionist and overcomplicating things, ADHD, OCD, they're all part of music making. I think they're all things we battle with, for sure. I can't get this pattern quite right. It's just the placement of these snares. I guess it's like that. Okay, we're getting there. We've got a good idea. I think also once I build another break on top of this. Just to get that fill bit right. Still, yeah, those little variations are nice, aren't they? It just sounds a bit sort of gimmicky when you've got the same snare hit. Maybe that must be a hat. Velocities are good. Sometimes gating things a little bit can be cool. And another thing that I love doing right from the beginning, which I did a lot of in this, is going drum, bass, even before things get complicated, bass, and sending the bass. I need to go, my mastering template can be on here as well. Have you ever tried Pioneer Sampler SP16 and Renoise kind of setup? I know, is that the, I want to say it's got like a Dave Smith filter on it, that one, because I know Arcologies uses it and loves it, and I've definitely looked at it as a cool drum pad. But I've very recently gone this, yeah, maybe I can get a picture of it so I can remind myself. Yeah, Arcology is amazing. Have you tried the SP16 Roland? Is it a Roland Pioneer? Oh, it's the Pioneer. I think it's the one you're talking about. Yeah, the Toriaz or whatever it's called. This thing. Stopping the music. I have looked at this. I know Arcologies loves it and raves about it. I think it's quite simple actually to use, but a really good idea generator. I have looked at it. But I'm just trying to stick with what I have, I guess, at the moment. I got a Digitac 2 I'm doing a video on at the moment, which is coming fairly soon. If it can be sequenced by Renoise, yeah. If it can be a slave, then it can be sequenced by Renoise. So you just have to look. But I'm sure it would be. I'm sure it would be able to. Sometimes it's a little bit complicated sequencing stuff from Renoise. You have to match up all the pattern lengths and sometimes send program message changes as well. I've had to do things like that with the Digitac to make it go to a new pattern. You have to send a program change message. Maybe that's a future video idea. Okay, I need to sort of get on with my tune because I always do so much talking and then half an hour goes. Let's go and actually build this out a little bit more and see if I can get this pattern. It could do that, and just I think it's really easy to have patterns like this just repeat over and over again. And this one comes in here, and I reckon I could have gone, whoa, like chromatic, or are we going to go like this? Oh yeah, that's the right note. It just wants to be on this last bit. Oh yeah, so I want it. That's interesting that it's got two. Oh yeah, I'm editing both. I can chop this with Command T, get rid of that. Maybe that's cooler. And then back to this one. And so we have an evolving. Nice. Loads of chromatic stuff that might make it really difficult to do a bass line. And then I was going to do this thing on the bus. What I was going to do in these bits. Just a delay send to a diode eighth note delay. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? It's one of those tracks that could go to a really good place if you can figure out how to develop some of the ideas in it, which is I guess, often the biggest challenge. So delay sends, I can show you this delay. It's really simple. Actually, cutting the high pass on it can be cool. Just so you have no kick drum. And also you can ping pong them if it's getting in the way. So that was cool because Amigo's mono, and so that gives it a bit of stereo width there. And it also makes these fills sound a little bit different just because I've obviously placed these in slightly different areas. Right, okay, break layer. Okay, Amigo break 1, and I almost want to put this thing in red. And let's go Amigo break 2. I was listening. It's hard to know what's going to work without having it going. Oh, I like this. One thing I could go is try and change this one a little bit as well. Maybe change the colour just so I know that they're slightly different. Okay, that's nice. Okay, another break, another break. It sounded really nice, this. I almost... It was so cool, its original speed, so I'm going to have to slice it up, otherwise I'm never going to be able to program it to fit with my tune. I know it's sometimes people like to do longer slices of their breaks, but it does mean you're a bit limited if you're doing things the old-fashioned way, because you can only pitch it up to make it go to your tempo, whereas if you slice up all the hits, then you get a chance to sort of reprogram it at any BPM, even though it's a little bit tedious. And even this, I'm not sort of doing it perfectly. It can be a little bit rough, and then if you hear problems, you can come back and make it better. Okay, one more. Hopefully this will work. Back to C. That's what I want to hear. Let's get it. Bum, bada, bum. Has to be long, doesn't it? Oh, that's a nice. That's a better kick, isn't it? Okay. I like it because it's adding. It is working. So much work program where at the edge, and then it goes again, doesn't it? It's like that. Join them, and then like a chicka chicka, which is hi hat, go snare. So that's not bad. Go snare. I wonder if there's something later. Sort of the same sounding hat, isn't it? It's got a bit of a flam almost, this. That's why maybe if I put that there and make it quieter and a bit shorter for the go snare. It adds good energy, I think, going forwards. Like here. about this, I'm not getting bored of it listening, looping around, which is always a good sign. Yeah, let's take him. I'm going to have to slice this one up as well. We could try the Amigo automatic slicing and give it a auto slice. I mean, it's not done a terrible job there, actually, to what I would have wanted. It's definitely saved me a lot of time. This is where, yeah, it does little things like that, but they're not... They're just going to generate lots of pops and clicks, which is what's annoying. So you can auto slice and then come in and it does a bit of the work for you. Nice. I wonder how Alex is doing. Sounds keno. Okay, let's have this pad rolling so we can hear what's happening. It's cool how it goes. Dun dun. Where it goes. It wants to go just for this fill bit. Like this. So it goes. Is that a bit gimmicky? Yeah. I'm going to get bored of this one as well, repeating like that. Let's program. Maybe I could even try... That's not working quite right, is it? Interestingly. Let's open this up. But it was a really cool break playing... as it was. It might be able to play its own pattern. Yeah, we've got lots of juttery things. That's what I... Dun, 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 dun. You can always find something in there, even when you think you're... smashed. There's a resonance. So maybe that. Nearly as well. I have a problem here where this one sounds really good, but it's really repetitive. I could try and send this to a delay send, and maybe that will help it ring out. terrible at all with this one at the end. So this is like a fill, maybe a fill break. I could try filtering it with a filtering. Yeah, let's have it modulating, filter frequency over time, pulls up like this. Way more subtle. It's nice that. One thing you can do, because I've sliced all the breaks, I can also modulate pitch. And so I could try and modulate pitch of Amigo to go down over time. Is there a way to record spontaneous automation by shortcut in Logic? Yeah, so what I do with Logic, if I move my keyboard in front, I press Shift, Alt and minus, which I've basically set to turn latch mode on and off on the currently selected channel. So it's a hotkey you can set up. So I just press this hotkey to kind of activate the recording mode in Logic, and then anything I do with my parameters, once the latch mode is on and things are playing, I could like change the mix here. So if I change this, weirdly that didn't actually do it, but it should have done it there. I wonder why it didn't. Yeah, usually it's because I had this other track selected. You have to be on the right, the track you're actually. There you go. So I could have done that, and the other trick is to go Control Command and backspace on the currently selected track, or that was it, and you can delete that single bit of automation in the lane, which is so handy. Because automation can be a little bit tricky in Logic, actually. That's actually not so bad. I think it wants to go up maybe with this pitch to just a 4. Maybe just from this point here. Sometimes when you doing stuff, you're just doing going in the wrong direction and overcomplicating things, trying to make a break work that's actually just not right. And this one will work good because it's just sort of, I can program it like a kick snare pattern, which ultimately is just what I want. I think this is going to work better. Yeah, music production is like you have an idea and then you try and see it through and it doesn't work. And sometimes you get so lost in the weeds of trying to make the idea work, you forget that the actual original intention, you have to sort of backtrack and be like, what was I actually trying to achieve? And all I wanted there was to have a flip section with a different fill break. But the one I had just wasn't really working with the tune. Even after pitching it and putting effects on it and everything, it just didn't really... I wonder if I could maybe have that as an individual thing. Okay, and this. And then maybe I can bring this down again. I almost want to boom, bam, boom, bam. If you repeat this pattern in drum and bass, it's the coolest. That's actually not terrible, isn't it? If I want to copy this, and this one wants to be different. pattern. Whole thing. The vocal would really sell this idea, I think, at the moment. Nearly that fill. It's like 90%. Lovely. Let's add this as automation. Click it, put marquees around where I'm doing, and then I can drag in some phasing. If I want to start none and actually go to max. Interesting, it sounded really cool. This, like this. Nice. What I love about that is it's hitting this, I feel like it's hitting a delay send as well. Amigo's so cool when you get into the weeds of it a little bit. Let's colour these a little bit differently. Amigo phase. I guess I could have automated that from the same channel, but... a crash. Let's do a crash, it's easy. Let's just call it crash. And then we can start to build. I bet I have one in here. If I don't, let's go into my samples. Crash. Crash, crash, crash. A wave crash could be interesting. Maybe not the one I was originally intending for, but it's not a bad thing. That would sound cool. Going to a delay note. Yeah, with less low. We can do a different version of this crash. I wonder if it wants to happen. What was it call it on the downbeat? This one, I could once again try and phase the crash. I could reverse it and phase it maybe. If I interesting. What if I change the sort of and put some attack? This on the, I mean, it's just a variation. Crash I actually I reckon this could also pan from left to right. Is that going to have put it in? Yeah, pan, draw. Nice. That's nice, isn't it? Okay, and then keep working on these transitional elements. Here we go. I've got loads in here. That's one of my favourite ones. Phasey crashes. I saw that Tal stuff is now on sale. Is Tal sample much different to Amigo? Yeah, I think Tal sample is really good. I've actually never bought it because both Renoise and Logic have amazing built-in samplers. It kind of does everything you want. It has some good old school emulations. I know people really love it, but Amigo for me is so simple, the UI. Everything you need in Amigo is right here. Beyond whatever people say about the sound quality and all the kind of features, it's actually just everything in a sampler. It's in this lovely little package that you can just mess with so easily. So for me, it's often just an ease of use thing. These sound cool together. Actually, don't they? Nice. Yeah, still needs a bit more to get me in really rolling territory. I still want to sort of work with breaks, but a vocal is what I was thinking.
Yes, there is a. Please your son.
Yo, that's actually almost perfect. Yes, I'm going to select on that one. Hopefully this is the right. Okay, vocal. The trick with vocals is most of all finding the right one, and then just loads of reverb and delay will get you pretty close to where you're trying to go. Not always super wet, but dotted eighth note delay, and I probably don't need to ping pong it. Let's bring this down. I could just leave. I've sort of been putting decimal on all of these things so far, but I know this is. I wonder why that. It sounds weird as hell. Oh, it's reversing, but it actually kind of worked. So we'll have two versions of this. Take the reverse off. Stretch. So it actually sounded better up there, didn't it? I wonder if it wants to be stretched. And also sometimes getting the phrasing right of the way they're saying things by chopping it up and matching it to your song. Like if I go down an octave, is it down another octave? Where is it? I'm trying to find that. It's here. It's this. Like this. They were sounding better than their original. developing the tune. That's what I need to do.
So come on, Sean. Come mash up them sound you with don't play. Mash up. Mash up. Mash up them.
Here it's got the right like reverb and sort of thing. I keep throwing things in here from different other records.
We're talking about music. We're talking about music and lyrics. Look at Edith song over the now make it. Look at box, we sit around lean up to a casket. Yeah, it's about the champion, sing like Tinker Stone, we are doing place rocking. So come down, Tinker, come shackle for the people. Shackle for the people. Come shackle for the people. So come down, Tinker, come shackle. Yeah, it's about the champion. Look at box, we sit around lean up to Edith song over the now make it. Look at Edith song, music and lyrics. Talking about music and we're talking about music and lyrics. Talking about music on the
lyrics. Rhythm.
We're talking about music on the lyrics to the people. We're talking about music on the lyrics to the people.
This one's really cool. Not the whole thing though, but I wonder where I go to get like a bass line. Down here. Is that a better breakdown than carrying this on? Some textures. Needs one more vocal there. And then all of this really can come in, and then no pads. Dun dun dun. I don't know if it goes, if it even, maybe you could just go the high one here, and then I could have a high. And then with bass and another drum break. Probably an amen, you know. Just because I think sometimes you're messing around not pulling an amen into something like this. I wonder if I have a processed amen though, that I don't have to mess with too much. Ready to go. Let's go into the amen folder. For some reason my still going good. Yeah, I have this source directs processed one. It might be a little bit quick, which means it'll be a little bit choppy, but it could work really well. Okay, slice and dice, slice and dice. How's Alex doing over there? He always nails me in these live streams because he's so good at sort of producing on camera really quickly and getting his ideas down. And I definitely struggle a little bit more in this this format. But actually in Logic it's a bit easier to kind of get things going. I think Renoise, sometimes you come up with amazing ideas, but they take a little bit longer to sort of arrange and flesh out. But we're going okay with an hour to go. We're going all right. Yeah, this is this crash and snare, and we're going to go for some classic amen, maybe with lots of break tricks, and I think this could be really fun, this bit. If I can get a pattern going. It's too quick. At least these two can go like this. Yeah. Let's get them. Oh, hold on. Let's open it up. I want to find this. Oh, I missed out a slice. I knew I'd missed something out there. And then so I've got it doesn't need decimal on this. Whoa, Amigo. That's not terrible. Could we just go for pure amen then? And then this is what would be nice is to have pure amen, but one thing I can see with this break is I have to process it differently. Whoa, I've lost audio all of a sudden. Oh, what's happened there? Loving me, yeah. Okay, we've had our first something's happened. It could be sometimes it's like the filter freak does it to me. I'm gonna have to quit Logic and load it back up. Yeah, I had lots of ideas for this thing today. Let's go Amigo only. I love Amigo. It's a great plugin. Whatever anyone says about it, it's such good value for 10 quid. You can't really get any better, and it's fun. It's just fun to work with. I've had it's just one of those things that's quite inspiring and quite easy to sort of be like, oh, I'm just going to dive into Amigo, some breaks. Yeah, just that. hitting too hard out of this other break. I want to compress them together or something like that. I could try and just compressing this one break with a fast attack. Sounding a bit weak, but I think I've made a lot of space for a bass to come in here. That's the idea. And I'm still referencing the original. There's bits that are sounding really good in those layered breaks. So as I'm building this, we can listen to it coming in. Let's go find a bass. Let's go find a bass down here somewhere. I have a pack of all my bass sizes I've made. Sub bass. It's in. Let's go on here. It'll be in slice mode still. No tap. Okay. What we've got to do is go. These are all in the drum bus. So if I bring this out of the drum bus and then bring it down here, I want to go to mixed in key. Sometimes it's better to do this in span actually. It's telling me I've got to pitch it up to. So this is playing on a C. And I also don't know what even key I would even closely be in. A minor is nice, but it won't stay in A minor. Whoa, I just did something there. Okay, so it has a chromatic bit, but largely we're in A minor, which is really easy because it's all of the white notes. But I want to play sort of down here. Some right notes in there and some not so good notes in. It's quantized the whole lot. I wonder if it's sounding, what I really want to do is have these bounce together. which I guess we're all in Amigo. If I, maybe it's the wrong context, the old massive patch. Oh, hold on. What was the old massive patch? Loving the Amigo. I want these two to be filtered in this bit here, like together as one section. But really annoyingly in Logic, because we're doing all Amigo, I've got to go export this November pads, or just like extra, and then call it pad bounce. Cool, export me, and then we can go and load Amigo back in. Nice. Pad bounce, find that, chuck it in. Cool. And just trigger it. Might be interesting this, because I can sort of do some stuff in Amigo with this bounce layer. If it's soloed, like this. Oh, I can pitch it down for an octave for one. My main idea was to low pass filter it, but I could interpolate it. It's not done a huge amount. Rolling at this same thing. This is like MIDI chase doesn't even work. So if I want to build this, there. Doesn't it? My gosh. Just build it out a little bit more. Break's still not quite right. I really want to add, because it's such a repetitive pad sequence, you've got to have things going on to make it interesting. I have this vocal half note delay thing, but I wonder if I just take some, like a snare like this, chuck it in here, and if I go forwards loop, maybe just a loop like this, and make some effects, start making some effects to make this a bit more interesting. It's got such a long delay as well, but like this. You can do stuff in Logic like the modulators. I can go modulator, and if I set an envelope to single mode and then I learn plugin parameter, I could learn the pitch. And then because it's on single, it's going to repeat in the same way, and then I could just offset it. Bit more release. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Let's get the timing. Yeah, and I could make so many like this. So you have that idea. Yeah, they're really cool. Offset the modulator again to maybe go up. Sounds really nice. It doesn't want to quite go to the top. So if I take it. And low and level. It also wants to pan side to side to me. This is Hal Filter, it's a free plugin. Hal Filter. You can just do side to side pan again with plugin shape. Have it go all the way left to right. Maybe not quite that. Actually, a bit quicker potentially. And I can phase it. So many things you can do, there's tremolos. I want to do a variation of this one. Maybe just move this offset. It's cool because it's just like aliasing noise, really. Let's go Filter Freak on this. it's sounding good in this bit, isn't it? I could do a pitch thing, I reckon, in here with Amigo. If I go to pitch, not with this break, with the Amen break. Here, pitch, click on this and draw this, and let's go up here maybe, just like 4 and then back down to 2. Okay. I'm a bit mad with the whole thing. I'm just doing this for now, but I can leave it. I mean, you could build that to a drop. It's so weird when you're looping something and you hear an idea of what it could be for the future. I could repeat this section and I could have this and definitely change this setting. Maybe go down to and this back up to 2. Interesting. I wanted to copy the actual pad. Just gone a bit, it's gone a bit mad there, isn't it? But it was a cool idea. This is interesting because this is actually a bit higher. It's a bit of a different, even though it's the same thing. Like that. Okay, I've had an idea. Definitely just wants to be a more stable pattern here. Dun, dun, dun. I wonder what I can. Let's just add the bass.
Do it. Do it.
Getting sort of locked on the wrong thing. Okay, another 40 minutes. It's been quite a last minute one today, but it's actually gone okay.
Do it.
My first thing.
Do it.
Do it. Sample chop here and here.
Do it.
I like that second bit. It also just definitely doesn't want any bass. Let me cut that out. If I can copy effects is what I want to do. Copy channel strip. There must be an easy way to copy effects from one to another. Oh, that didn't want to happen. Let's going to open that again. Interesting. I need to sort out some of the things. Ooh. this one. Whoa, that's a crazy effect, isn't it? Can it release a bit longer? That's kind stuck on this one thing. I really need a B section, which I haven't been able to really find yet. So I take out no padding. It could go just sort of one continuous forwards and backwards. Because this is just a bass, if I can add a reverb and delay and find some little melodic something or other that's really missing in this tune. Doesn't want to have the punch, but if I pull this, good. I finally got the right timing of it at the end there, I think. The last one, here, like this. Let's make a woodwind sample by going tremolo, looping it. You could loop one. It does change the key of the thing, but at least it rings out a bit nicer. That's sounded really cool. The pitch. Oh, so there's some glide. Oh, it's a bit too. Okay, what am I? So I'm gonna have to check the key again because I'm playing a C, but it's actually playing an E. So let's go down 1, 2, 3, 4. Sounding really weird at the moment. Put the delay, reverb after the delay maybe. And lots of attack. Sound design a little bit here. That's not bad, is it? A gap in the maybe no breaks. This snare effect maybe wants to hit sort of like this. I actually made these trying to figure out how Photek did his snare rolls. Oh, thanks, Deco. Welcome to the stream, man. Don't worry about staying. Yeah, I'm just rambling now, but I was working on the Emu here, and I've always wondered exactly how Photek did it, because it's not just a straight sort of velocity roll. I think there was some filtering involved and definitely an amp modulation, but I managed to get something pretty close on the Emu. It's on my thing, but what I could do with this to maybe make it a bit better, I think essentially what you do is it was actually looping that did it. So you have the snare and then you loop the rest of the snare. So it has the initial hit and then it rattles out. Maybe. Okay, it wants to strip back. I've got half an hour to figure out the rest of this. When it says mashup, it feels as though I want to hear some drums. But not let's duplicate this Amen track. Hit really crazily processed amen. Oh, that was cool. I need to kind of finish this idea a bit more. Get these out of the way. It wants to be this pattern, like dong dong chak dong chak dong. This is nice. We're going to go into a new thing. One thing I'm doing with Amigo here, which I should probably say, is with this amen, because I didn't have quite enough space, I pitched the amen up and it's a little bit choppy. If you listen to it, maybe I'll come back and actually show you this version here so I can explain this really quickly. The amen, if I take this looping off and ping pong, here it's a bit gated, and so one of the other advantages of slicing up all the hits is you can put loop and ping pong on, and what it will actually do is when it gets to the end of a slice, it will play forwards and then backwards from the end of that slice, so you can get away with things sounding a little bit choppy. Or if you have that problem, try putting ping pong loop on as long as you sliced up all the hits. Can really help. I definitely want some of this pasties in here. Interestingly, I didn't correctly bring that down to 0. That could some elements that are not quite working perfectly. It also brings out when it stops. Maybe to get rid of this is an old trick, is you can put a really low velocity note and it will chop it off there. Is pitching going to work? I don't know. Most of all, maybe it just wants this to come up over its lifetime. So it slowly rises in. Yeah, okay, and then too much. Too much pitching. Too gimmicky. I have a filter freak, which on the drum bus, so I could pull the filter down into this section. Try to do loads of automation in this, and I've got to automate the dry wet to come on as well as this is happening, and then come off. So it really just wants to hit it here. Very nice. Get the level right. It wants to not go. And not double kick. Whoa, it's kind of crazy to program though because of that release. It's this one up here. It's always really fun to do is to go this sequence from here out and repeat this snare with the shuffles over and over again. But it maybe has to have a kick. Let's go like that. Bump, I can hear it. Maybe like that. Programming breaks. It wants to be chukka chukka, not that extra one. Oh, why is it jumping to that? Okay. I want it to be this one. No. Wow. I need the new. And this has to be a kick. let's go time stretching time on the oh, I want to just automate that on. Whoa. Going well together. I know that it needed doesn't want to have that what I could potentially do is just take the main thing, not this thing, Amigo bounce, and I could duplicate it and just make this into a stab. So turn the main pad into more of a stab. As long as gate's on. Don't. Release. Can I copy these down potentially? The best way to do automation in Logic for almost anything though is to use the marquee tool to create your area of automation, and then just drag these handles out, and then you can just raise and lower them, and then Control Command and backspace to get rid of that lane. But I find it really tedious to try and draw it in with a draw tool or something. It's a nightmare in Logic. I wonder if I could put some glide on this. So it's actually this is what's creating some of that distortion. Maybe it's this. If I modulate, that sounds a better tone, doesn't it? And then I just have to turn up gain tool. This one wants to kind of maybe just have these things. Yeah, some more sends I think would be really good in this part. happy to help, really. Tune's going alright. It's got a good vibe to it. I've got way further, I think. A bit easier in Logic this time around. Just because arranging in Logic's really easy, especially with these tools. Like you can highlight an area and repeat it. It's such a good thing. That and the capture sound, whatever it is, where you play a recording in and you can just grab it. Oh mate, thank you for stopping by. I think the great thing about this community is it's all about sharing tips and tricks. Really, I'm happy to give out any information I know because I understand how challenging it is to make music and just to get your tunes out there, to release them, all that stuff. I think it's incredibly difficult. So if I can help anyone succeed in that goal, then that makes me really happy, to be honest. And then maybe we do an outro here. Yeah. Cut this out. Yeah, outro. So this tune, with 5 minutes to go, it's nearly there. The one thing I think I did maybe wrong in this is I struggled to leave the central idea and build, go on a real journey somewhere else. Probably the best thing I did. I took that main sort of pad pattern here, and then I created a filtered, reworked version of it, with that, which has some little clicks and pops. Okay, well, one thing we do is put a, if you go here and go fade in, just do like 3. It's still got a little bit, isn't it? Let's get rid of all those clicks and pops. And then I also, so I have this reworked version here, just so you're not hitting the same pad and go over and again, and then make a pad, a stab from a pad is always a really good one. I almost could have gone up to these, maybe. Generally, I feel I need a bit of brightness when I do this. I'm just going to start to sort of hit this. things I think that I would have loved to be in there, or in that plugin now, I can't really think of much now. But I've used pretty much everything in this project, from the tremolos, like the original pad layer is using this lovely tremolo that's in Amigo now. Ping pong loop happening here. And then I've gone this one with, if you leave the interpolation off, you can hear it goes, it brings all that lovely aliasing noise when you pitch it. So actually having this interpolation button alongside sample rate reduction is really, really handy. It's something I mess with all the time as well with drum breaks, but it works great on pads. Maybe this break at the beginning is the one thing I never quite got the tone right, but it could be an EQ thing. So much EQ this whole project. I just want it to be, yeah. Ah. All those snare effects are really cool. There's all that aliasing. Oh, I bounced. Did I bounce that out? What's this happening? I wonder if I can do. Oh, that's basically it. Time's up. Okay. Let's have a look at Alex's. Yeah, not bad. Thank you everyone for stopping by. I'm just going to check on what Alex has been up to. So interesting.
See what I'll do is I'll just
he has gone for
I'll
a very
dial in
vibe.
George.
He's getting on to me.
See if this works, okay? We can get the tech working.
Let's get zoom. Let's get zoom up. Let's get zoom up.
I hope you enjoyed that anyway.
Yeah, let me just put it on this.
Should still be working.
Okay, cool. New. No, I need to join his meeting actually.
You can all still see me, can you? Presumably.
Let me do this. Maybe I'll have to do this off camera. I click something.